I'm Roger Luttrell, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer for the Hinds County Human Resource Agency. Since 1976, Hinds County Human Resource Agency, or HCHRA, has fought to eradicate poverty and empower the citizens in Hinds County, Mississippi. We're a public, nonprofit community action agency that was created to administer various services to disadvantaged citizens. We're led by a president and CEO with approximately 400 employees, providing services which include Head Start, early Head Start programs, our rural transportation, congregate sites, home delivered meals, our LIHEAP program or home energy assistance, and our case management through our CSBG funding. We use a comprehensive delivery system to offer services to eligible clients with funding from public and private sources. These services are provided through the management of federal and state grants. The agency's overall mission is to help identify barriers and provide resources to our low-income population throughout the county, and also to design and operate programs that will enable them to gain the skills, opportunities, and the empowerment that is needed to become self-reliant and realize their full potential. So let's talk about our rural transportation program and some of the successes that we've had in that program over the last few years. About 3 years ago, we identified the need to revamp our transit system. We had a couple goals in mind, but one of our primary focus would be to increase our general ridership and really become a better service entity for the county. We did that by an aggressive marketing and rebranding campaign. We started with new vinyl wraps, which included a slogan, serving the community one ride at a time. And we believe that. We changed our phone number to something that is easy to remember and more user-friendly, 601-414-RIDE. We purchased new uniforms for all of our drivers so that we'd have more of a uniformed, clean, and professional look, which is more welcoming to our passengers. We went out and found new partners, new service contracts, revenue contracts, so that we could leverage our MDOT funding. We use these leverage dollars to increase driver wages and staff wages throughout the department. Also, we were on the front line in the implementation of our Q-Ride system. This system has done wonders for our operations, data collection, tracking, scheduling, and reporting system that has allowed us to increase our efficiency and our effectiveness in the way that we communicate and operate with our community and within our department. One of the main barriers that we have are probably some of the barriers that our 5311 partners across the state and nation face as well, especially since the pandemic. We have seen the Great Resignation, so the recruitment of drivers has been tough for us. Competitive wages with CDL drivers is tough in the market when we are competing against over-the-road truckers, tankers, flatbeds, 18-wheel transportation. It's tough to recruit, and we've seen a decreased number in applications and candidates within that department for those positions. However, we remain creative to try to provide a solution. We've looked internally at our fringe benefits and what is offered from the agency. Also, we went out very strategically and found a new transit director that was a third-party examiner, CDL examiner, through the state of Mississippi. We've created and developed an internal program for CDL training. That new director, she is able to teach that first part of CDL licensure, which is the classroom theory. They'll do a number of hours and become certified under that theory part, and then we'll send them to a skills driving class with one of our local partners to finish off that CDL. So that has, kind of allowed us to keep a nice pool of CDL drivers. We look forward to enhancing that model and continuing that in the future. Well, I think that we would look at about three things. First, and immediately, I would increase driver wages again. Like I said, that's one of the main barriers that we have faced and we've got to be able to have drivers. We want to serve our community. We've got to have more vehicles on the road, greater opportunity to be out in those communities and those vehicles. So we've got to have new drivers to have more stock rolling. Secondly, I'd look at operational dollars internally. I'd love to put some paint on the walls, some new rugs, office furniture, office decor, computers. I'm a firm believer that happy employees will operate a successful program. We spend a lot of time in the office, a lot of time serving the community, and I want to create an environment that our employees can come in, be happy with, spend 8 or 9 hours in the office, and know that they're appreciated. So I think I would do some enhancements inside the office. And third and lastly, I would look at new rolling stock. Our partners at MDOT, of course, pay about 80% of new vehicles for us. We order 1, maybe sometimes 2 when it's available for us, but we have to have that match money. And that 20%, a lot of times it's hard to come up with when we want to order additional vehicles. So if we had more funding, then we would look at some rolling stock. All in all, we're extremely happy with the partnership from our funders, MDOT, our program specialist, Dr. Husband, and State Director, Shirley Wilson, all the support that they give the agency and being right there for guidance with us along the way. The Q-Ride system, I think, was a phenomenal purchase and pushed down through the 5311 providers. It's done really well for us and our operations, the way we communicate with the community for tracking and scheduling, data collection, reporting. And so we're excited about that program, excited about our transit department moving forward, seeing what the future holds for us. We are excited to be a viable transit for Hinds County, and just seeing what the future holds for us. So we'll be here for a long time and continue to serve. We appreciate the opportunity.